Made me grow business-wise as well. Working across borders is an enriching and rewarding experience.
What I really liked about this project was we could all learn from each other and could directly apply that into the project. What I would advise and say to the next students is don't go into the project with too many preconceptions. Be inspired and listen to other people, what they have to say. You might actually learn a lot from them.
When you choose the IMM Graduate School, you choose an education designed for a connected world. Employers seek graduates who can work anywhere, with anyone, on challenges that demand insight, strategy, and cultural intelligence.
Overall, the Working Across Borders program has been an incredible journey that strengthened my problem-solving skills and reminded me that collaboration is key to creating meaningful impact.
We build global mindsets. We build practical capability. We build employability grounded in real international exposure.
So I was saying earlier on, Dr. van Biljon was one of the mentors in one of the groups, and their group actually ended up coming second overall.
Amazing.
I spoke to one of the students that was on it, because this is open to all of the students, not just postgrad students. And she was saying that sometimes she had to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning so that she could liaise with one of the group members was in Malaysia. And then you have the other side of the world where they've got a team member in the USA. So it teaches students about actual being in a global team, which is becoming more and more prevalent these days, and working with people that you literally just met 2 days ago. And they've got to work with that person, and that's exactly what happens in business.
Interesting, Michael. About a month ago, I had a parent, prospective student's parent, contact me on LinkedIn to find out about the international programs that we have. And I was telling him about this Working Across Borders projects. Yeah. And it was one of the key factors why they decided to also join the IMM.
Yeah.
You know, we are going to be bringing a group of 10 students from Europe to South Africa in Cape Town end of the year.
Yes.
And we're going to also open it up to at least 5 students in South Africa to attend, where you're going to get this diverse understanding of marketing and supply chain. So it's a very important. So it goes beyond, above and beyond just a technical skill that we're treating you. We are preparing you for the real world through multiple opportunities, such as a program like this.
And I think these days globalization is on everybody's agenda. You need to be able to work with people in the US, with people in China, with people in Australia.
Yeah.
And this is a nice introduction to this. From
diversity is key in that.
And from a cultural point of view, you saw there was a guy there from Germany, and you know as well as I do, working with Germans is not the same as working with the Australians.
But even in our own South African culture, in the context with 11 different languages, there's definite different nuances. Think about it from a marketing perspective.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's what our programs that we offer at the IMM. We offer marketing, business management, and supply chain, and then we have postgrad qualifications that cover all 3 of those. We often have industry speakers come to the IMM, and one of the things that I know they always are saying, it's nice to have students that have got this academic qualification, but I just struggle so much. They don't know how to do a presentation. They don't even know how to write an email or set up their LinkedIn profile. So I know, Anisa, I know you were very involved with this program that we started, if I remember correctly,
3 years ago.
About 3 years ago? 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And we decided to call it professional development, and it runs succinctly as you're doing your diploma or your degree, you do this at the same time. Tell us a bit about professional development.
So it's a very exciting program. It's a non-credit bearing program. It's what you would say soft skills, but I don't like the word soft skills because that kind of like minimizes it. It's essential skills. So it's a work readiness program that gives, I think, our students the confidence and the edge when they step out and have completed their qualification. You know, I was chatting to someone the other day that put a recruitment ad out on LinkedIn, and they got 2,000 responses.
Yeah.
And everybody in that response had the bare minimum, which was the qualification. So what sets you apart? And I believe this program does that. Organizations today don't have the time and the money to spend to pay to teach you. Their expectation is when you walk out of university, you must be able to step into the boardroom and do a PowerPoint presentation. Have the confidence to engage with the next level up.
Yeah.
In a very profound and logical way, professional way. So this program's about that. I mean, if I can just tell you a little bit more about what's in the program, there's skills such as financial literacy courses, diversity, equity and inclusion, stress management. A lot of us, you know, it's part and parcel of, you know, you're not separate from your world of work and real life and your studies. It's all one unit. And stress is key, especially in an economy like ours. Stress is prevalent all the time. So stress management, how to run a small business, how to set up a presentation, how to develop your own brand in social media, things like that. Cultural ethics and stuff like that is on the platform.
If I'm not mistaken, I saw a course about nutrition.
Yes, and it's interesting, Michael, because there's a connection between how well you do in your studies and how you fuel your body.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So it's all interconnected. These are things you wouldn't typically think of learning at a university.
Correct.
But you're not just a student at the IMM. You're a student. You're a brother, sister. You're an employee.
Yeah.
So it's we consider the student as a whole.
Yeah. So we want to develop your whole
Grounded individuals that can step into
not
the
just
workplace.
And
or you know can hit the ground running, so to say.
So let's watch a little short video on professional development, and then we can carry on.
Success today takes more than a qualification. To thrive in your career, you need confidence, adaptability, and real-world insight. That's why IMM Graduate School students have exclusive access to the Professional Development Initiative, a structured, non-academic program powered by the IMM Institute that helps you grow into a confident, capable professional. This program complements your formal studies by developing the skills, behaviors, and mindset that employers value most, but that aren't typically taught in a qualification. Through a practical, portfolio-based system, it builds personal growth, digital fluency, workplace readiness, and leadership potential, helping you transition from student to standout professional. Complete at least 5 activities each year, earning recognition by advancing across levels. These activities cover 3 focus areas: personal growth, skills development, and career success. Sharpen your emotional intelligence and leadership mindset with activities on critical thinking, communication, ethics, creativity, and stress management. These soft skills are key to thriving in a fast-changing world of work. Boost your career readiness with focused, on-demand content. Topic snapshots, quick explainers of core topics. Skills courses, practical lessons on business tools and strategies. Podicles, podcast article hybrids on topics like branding, AI, and supply chain innovation. The Spill, a trend-focused industry newsletter. Smart Sheets, concise info sheets on relevant topics. All content is aligned with your IMM coursework and updated regularly to keep you current. Prepare for the world of work, or your own business. Join field trips, attend guest lectures, hear from top professionals, and explore our entrepreneurial hub. Career success courses in values-based leadership give you the tools to lead with purpose. You'll also gain access to our Career Insights series, short videos that give a behind-the-scenes look at real marketing and supply chain roles. Hear directly from professionals about their day-to-day responsibilities and the software tools they use, like Salesforce, Power BI, and Asana. Links to free training are included so you can build hands-on knowledge with platforms employers use daily. This content is regularly updated with new trends and job roles. Professional development gives IMM Graduate School students more than knowledge, it offers a competitive edge. When you graduate, you'll leave with a recognized qualification and the confidence, skills, and insight to succeed in today's workplace. Grow, learn, lead with the Professional Development Initiative and the IMM Graduate School.
School in Switzerland.
Absolutely.
It's
That's a great way of thinking about
Yeah,
it. I love it.
it's-
Yeah, I think it does. I think it'll set you aside, apart from other students. Like I said, everybody out there, jobs are at a premium today. So you need to work as a student to set yourself apart. And I think
Yeah.
this is one way to do that.
Yeah, it's another level,
Yeah.
another step
It's a refinement
in the
of your
differentiating
skills.
part. Yeah. So I have also discussed this with a number of students, and last year I was doing a second year course, and I was speaking to them about professional development. The one girl that was, perhaps that's the one that has done all the courses, said to me, I go on every week. I go on
Amazing.
every single week and I do something new.
Yeah.
And she was really excited about it.
The exciting part about it is, like the industry field trips that I spoke to you about.
Yes.
It's about making our qualifications real to our students. So showing them that what they've studied and how it actually happens in the real world. I mean, I can mention three of our really exciting trips that we've done. One was to Nando's, which was an eye-opener just to see how their brand has evolved through the years and how it's currently evolving at the moment. In fact, I just chatted to them about a week ago. I'd like to take students now because they're on the cusp of reinventing that brand again.
Yes.
So exciting. Alstom, like I explained to you, from a supply chain and logistics and specifically a procurement perspective, was an incredible trip. And then to Vodacom in their distribution centre to see how it all comes together is actually where we make our qualifications, the work of the real world out there, real for our students. So, and Entrepreneurial Hub is another opportunity on PD where we've got, it's almost like a business in a box kind of concept. It's a little template for a strategy, a marketing plan, how to launch your business, how to actually register your business. So it's the know-how and the how-to of starting a new business.
Yeah, and I like the bottom part there. We teach you the professional etiquette and the confidence to walk into an interview and land the role.
Absolutely. I mean, there's some amazing courses on PD that tells you how to conduct yourself in an interview, how to prepare beforehand for an interview, and how to not be reactive but proactive in that interview process. And there are a number of courses on how to conduct yourself or how to progress your career, but how to deal with difficult situations, conflict management, diversity in the workspace, that kind of thing. So there's over, I think, 300, 450 courses on there, Michael.
That's fantastic. So I'm guessing we're one of a few universities that offer this type of product additional to our students. So and is everybody enrolled in it?
Yes, you've got to. It's compulsory.
Yes.
You sign up every semester for it. It's available through our e-learn system, our learning management system. The click of a button, actually, you can get into it, and it's very self-explanatory. You just need to explore. It's all up to you.
Yeah. Okay, so now that you've decided to come and study at the IMM, you need to decide what option you're going to look at. So if we look at, if you look on your screen, you'll see we've got two options: blended hybrid and distance. So blended hybrid is targeted sort of towards daytime students. They attend at one of our campuses. We've got a campus in Parktown, we've got a campus in Pretoria, one down in Durban, one in Cape Town, and then one on the waterfront. Sorry, the Cape Town one is on the waterfront, and then one in Stellenbosch. So these are campus students. They attend lectures at the campus. You can see they have got 60 hours in-person lectures per module. Then if you are sort of outside of one of these metropolitans, let's say you're in Bloemfontein, for instance, but you still want to attend full-time, you can join the blended hybrid. Here at our Parktown campus, I don't know, Anisa, if you've seen it, we have this There's cameras in the room, there's TVs, there's a camera like the one we've got here that follows the lecturer as he walks around. So you can attend an in-person class virtually.
So it's like you're in class.
It's literally like you're in class.
Yes.
You can type a message, you can even turn your camera, you can turn your microphone on, you can ask the lecturer a question. So our academic offering is open to the world.
It's amazing.
If, however, you're a working professional and you want to study after hours, we've got our distance option. So our distance option is happening in the evenings. So there's 2 hours per module per week in the evenings, running for 12 weeks. And there the lecturer is going over, a smaller portion of the curriculum. A lot of the rest of it is
so it's a lot of self-study.
A lot of self-study. So you get sort of the basics in the class, and the most important, and the rest of it is self-study. However, don't be fooled on the blended side.
Absolutely.
Even if you're attending in class, there's a portion of
You
self-study.
always have to do a little extra, Michael.
Yeah.
You shouldn't just stick to what the curriculum is. With technology today, you can explore the topics that we teach, in greater depth as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to set you apart in itself.
Exactly. So those are the two basic options that we have, distance or blended hybrid. Then starting in 2026, we've launched Distance Open. So Distance Open is a non-contact. So everything is online. There's no classes that you attend. You can watch some recordings of the classes. But what we've done is we've broken it up into little chunks. So you can see the little Lego blocks there. Instead of giving you the whole course content to study, we say break it into little chunks. You've got to do this one little study unit, and then there's an assignment. Then you do the next little study unit, and then there's an assignment.
But what makes it different? I mean, enrollment, how does that work?
So the enrollment, you can enroll at any time. So
So I can enroll in December if I want. I don't have to wait for a semester opening.
You wake up on New Year's morning, and your New Year's resolution is, I want to study, you can enroll.
Okay.
So you don't have to wait for the semester to start. So our
That's
traditional
great.
semester is, twice a year. With this one, we have 4 exam sittings per year. So you would enroll for an exam sitting, but you can enroll at any time you want. Start with the content, do your assignments, but at the exam sitting, you write the exam. So this is targeted at busy professionals.
It's flexibility on students, actually.
So you need to have a number of years working experience in order to qualify for this.
It will take quite a mature student, I assume, to do this.
It's not
because
targeted.
it's discipline. It's about discipline.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
It's not targeted at school leavers. It's targeted at people that are disciplined, that have only a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So during your lunch break, you can go on, you can do a little section, you can do your little assessment, done.
Yeah.
Next day, do your next little assessment. So it's broken up into little blocks. The degree that you get at the end is exactly the same as a normal IMM degree. It's just your...
Quality is the same, everything.
Everything is exactly the same. It's just broken up into small little chunks.
And I assume the support is still there?
Yeah, everything, it's online. You get the same online support that you do with the normal options. It's broken up into a 13-week cycle. So from the time that you start, you've got 13 weeks to work through the content, do all the small little assessments, and write the final exam. And if you want to take a break, you take a break. Next block, you're traveling overseas, you can't do it, start the one thereafter. So it's very agile. You can start when you want to. From an assessment point of view, there you can see the summative assessment, which is your final exam, count 70%. The continuous formative, that's your little assignments that you're doing, but they're broken up into just 10 marks.
But I also see there's like a managed study load kind of thing to pace yourself.
Yeah, so you get, we'll give you a pacer and we'll show you what you should be doing on a weekly basis to guide you. So although you're on your own with this option, you're on your own with support from us.
And guidance.
So we guide you and we'll say to you, this week you should go through this content and finish this assessment. And this week you need to go through this content and finish this assessment. So we give you like a little timetable, keeps you on track. So the key here is it's little bite-sized chunks. Whereas our traditional option, and every other university, you have big assignments, 100 marks, 25 pages long type of things. Here, it's 1 page long, 10 marks, or 1.5 pages. It's small little chunks. So you don't do everything in once, It's all broken up into small little pieces. So and I like to call this the qualification for busy professionals.
Nice.
Obviously, you need to have.
Well, it's not a qualification, it's a means of learning.
Yes.
It's a mode of learning.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So you need to have a decent broadband connection. You need to have a laptop with a working camera.
And you need to have a lot of discipline.
Discipline
But when your end goal means success, that should be easy.
And so the nice thing with this is because you're doing it in small chunks, you can literally see how your mark is growing through the semester. So you can see exactly how you're progressing.
That's awesome.
You don't need to study for the entire semester and then write an exam at the end and only then find out where you are. This, it's got little progression. So that's the whole building blocks, the Lego blocks that we call it. So yes, a very exciting option. If you're interested in that distance open, you can speak to one of our sales consultants and they'll give you all the information on that. When I look at the curriculum at the IMM, often people say to me, but who decides? Who decides on the content? So what we do is on an annual basis, we have, we call it a themed review. We sit down with industry professionals and we break it up into little focus areas. So it's supply chain, business management, marketing, project management, procurement, transport and logistics, finance. We have little blocks or little specialized areas. We get professionals to come in, industry professionals, and we take them through our curriculum and we say to them, is this what you want students to know? Or is this what, if you were employing somebody from the IMM and they knew this content, would you be happy about it?
But I think also as important is what is missing.
Yes.
What can we add? And that's how we refine. I mean, if you think of digital marketing, you've got to take that revision into consideration almost monthly, Michael, because it's changing day to day. In fact, in the social space, it's changing. So that's great. So yes, so we've been through this review sessions a number of times. Funny enough, the one thing that comes up is, students don't know how to use PowerPoint. They don't know how to do a presentation. And we say, but this is all covered. We've got this covered. It's not in the module, but it's in your professional development. I mean, we need to be responsible towards our students. And at the same time, when they step out, they must be able to use these business tools because that's an enabler in their line of work. Now, I can remember 20 years ago, sorry, not 20 years ago, that was just around the corner. As a 20-year-old, that was just around the corner. Sitting in the lounge at my parents' house on the Sunday afternoon, reading the Sunday Times and going through the career. You remember that career section in the Sunday Times, and looking at jobs. And I can remember it says IMM preferred. I can remember looking at the sales reps, and underneath it said this in 5 years this. That actually still happens, Michael. Just the other day, I was at a company in Midrand, and they called us in to say, can we help them with their developing bespoke marketing courses for their staff? And we asked, why us? And there are courses available out there, and they said, no, because we're the experts. And in fact, how we got into Vodacom was because the head of distribution at Vodacom had an intern from the IMM, and they said they were immensely impressed with the students and the way the kind of questions they asked, the strategic nature of the questions they asked. So, our qualification is top-notch, I'd say. Yeah. So, if I think of from a career point of view, many top executives in South African companies, the chief marketing officer at Spur, a young lady called Tumi, is an IMM graduate. There are many success stories like that. I mean, they command positions in international brands. So yes. Very good. So as you can see that arrow going up, if you want your career to go up, the IMM is the place to start. So before we close today, Anisa, if somebody was sat in your Sunday afternoon, they're having a bride to our house, and they said, my son wants to study something next year, why should they study at the IMM? Well, it's a brand that stood the test of time, I believe. It's an innovative brand. I can tell you that from working intimately within the organisation. And we believe we're future-proofing our students. I mean, if you look at the kind of, not only the quality of the content of but the lecturers we have, the staff that we have, these are all people with industry knowledge. They both have an academic kind of experience, but more importantly, they have the actual work experience. So we're not imparting just academic knowledge, it's practical knowledge as well. So I think it's a winning brand, and we want to create winning students.
True, I like that. You can also go from wondering to winning.
Absolutely.
You know, I was wondering where to study. I'm so glad I studied there. Now I'm winning.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and I think the fact that we offer from a higher certificate to a diploma, to a bachelor's degree,
structured
to a
progression.
master's, and watch this space, you know, there's more to come. And we can cover from top to bottom.
Absolutely.
So you'll be able to study marketing, business, or supply chain and differentiate yourself from the guy next to you, because we are specialists.
Absolutely.
We specialize in this, not in 300 other courses, only these 3.
Yeah, agree.
So thank you for joining us today.
Thanks,
any
everybody.
questions? Send us a WhatsApp there, 079 449 8165, and one of our sales consultants will get right back to you. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.